All right. Welcome to Base is Beautiful. My name is MD, and today it is Cinco de Mayo. So that means I want to celebrate Fernando Valenzuela. I don't know if any of y'all remember, but a year ago, I started putting together, it has to be over a year ago. It just says a year ago on my YouTube page, but I know Fernando passed away in October of 2024. And I started putting together a run of Fernando cards and honestly just had a lot of fun with it and kept adding more and more cards. And so I've kind of actually got a little bit of a stack here, plus a couple of graded cards. So I think I already showed these in previous episode, but I just this is such a good card. I know it's like a super cheap, junky scorecard from 1991, but here's the thing, guys. Um, I'm not going in order, obviously, but I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about this card. First of all, I love the expression. I love the determination. Look at that. He's ready. Got a little bit of a mark on there. That's just a print defect. I don't know if that's in every one of these or just this card. Maybe this is a one of one uh, error card. I'll list this on eBay right now for $500. Anybody want to bid on this one of one Fernando Valenzuela 1991 scorecard? I'll totally sell it to you for $500 if you want it. Anyway, like 1991, he actually did not play for the Dodgers. He started off the spring training with the Dodgers, had a terrible spring training. The Dodgers ended up cutting him, and he struggled to re-sign with the team because he had not pitched particularly well, I guess, in the season prior and then early that season. And of course, like spring training, I mean, it was kind of hard for him to sign in on another team. He ends up signing with the Angels, my team. But here's the thing, guys, he does not have any Angels cards. Not that I know of. He actually only played 2 games with the Angels, got sick, had some sort of heart issue that he was dealing with the rest of the 91 season. And the 92 season doesn't play in America, ends up playing in the Mexican League, and then comes back in 1993 with the Orioles, which is actually, I don't have an Orioles card to honor that part of his legacy. But let's just go through some of the stuff that I have here. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy here. I've just got the 91 upper deck. Okay, like this is cool. His season with the Phillies, because I, there's another card of his. Do I have it? No, I don't have it. Where he's bunting. I think it's the 88 Donruss. I have it in my ComC. I haven't gotten it shipped to me yet. But it looks like he just launched one. But here's the deal. Like with this season, I think he only had 16 plate appearances. He had 0 home runs that year. He wasn't a terrible batter, actually. I mean, he played his whole career, except for that season with the Angels and the Orioles. He always played in National League teams, so he had a lot of plate appearances. His best season as a hitter, I think, was 1990, the season before this card, and he had actually a 1.2 WAR with a 304 batting average that season, which was higher than his WAR as a pitcher. As a starter, it was minus zero point 0.1 WAR with a 4.5 ERA that season with the Dodgers. Maybe is that. I think maybe it is, or maybe it's 89. I'm not sure. That's a cool card. I love him kind of in working out before the games, got his headband on. I mean, like, dudes don't aren't wearing headbands anymore. Come on, bring them back. Bring back mustaches and headbands. Let's get baseball back to where it needs to be. Um, I mean, all of this is just like junk wax stuff. But here's something that's a little different. Uh-oh. Autograph. No, it's not authenticated, but, I bought it for $20, 2 years before he died, something like that. This is one of his rookies, his three-person card. Shares it with Mike Scioscia, who would become Angels manager, and they had a good relationship. I think Mike actually spoke at Fernando's funeral, and came up together at the same time. Of course, Mike Scioscia was a catcher, so they would have had a good relationship. And even though Fernando didn't speak English very well for a while, they got along really well. 1981 strikeout leaders card. This is from the '82 set. This, I mean, the '83 set looks really good. I love the blue and green. Um, those some of those '83 cards. This is a set that's growing on me. This '87 Donruss and the '87 Leaf is the same. The black border. They have these little baseballs, so you can actually check. You can check the centering very well. You can see how this one's slightly off, but it's just they've got good photography. They look great with the black border. Underrated set, the '87 Donruss. That one deserves to. What else we got here? Here's a fun one. This '87 Star set. This is something that I just learned about when I started looking into Fernando cards, learning that there was a whole that this Star company. Of course, I think this is the same company that does like the Michael Jordan Star cards that people are going crazy about. Of course, all the early Jordan stuff is insane, but um, I guess the Star Company did a whole bunch of different stuff, and for some reason they did a whole run of Fernando cards that are just like these sort of press photo images and things like this. Like he's interviewing with local, that would be the ABC Channel 7 affiliate there in Los Angeles. I mean, look, you've got this. That, guys, that is an old light. The amount of light that you needed on the old for capturing an old media, and that's just bounce. They're just bouncing that off of they're bouncing that off of the wall to fill around the space and everything, and then they've got probably a special light that's actually shining on him. But anyway, that's super cool because he's talking to the media and it's just a different look. And then I really liked this, of course, like him with his family, with his kids. I mean, how cool is that? Like where is that kind of card today? That's just awesome. You love to see something like that. It's just super wholesome, super fun. So his last playing years, he finished up with several years with the Padres, and this is the 1996 card that he has with the Padres. Of course, here he is doing the fingering for the screwball. Of course, the screwball was kind of his famous, weird, bizarre pitch, I guess. I assume he threw that. That's what we played with the World Series baseball on the Sega Genesis. That's why it was always fun to pitch with him. I think that was when he was with the Orioles, actually. And then his last playing year card, right there, finished out his career as a St. Louis Cardinal. Um, got him there. You can see how just looks older, and but awesome player, awesome career. But let's not finish. I said I've still got two graded cards here. This is the 1983 Topps, and the 83 design is just so cool because you've got the action shot and then the portrait inset there in a circle. Nice design. I showed you the Tony Gwynn last time, and 83, of course, the year I was born. So I love anytime I can find an excuse to get a 83 card into the mix. And then I know I've shown this before on my favorite cards, my top 40 countdown from a while back, but this is the 81 Topps solo rookie card, the Topps traded, and that's just, I love this card. I love that shot of him, how young he is there at what I assume is a spring training facility backdrop for the Dodgers. And the I talked about the 81 design too last time, because those the cap design is just super fun, super cool. So anyway, there you go. A little festivities there, celebrating Mexican American culture, celebrating Fernando. Got some cards here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for spending some time with me. We'll see you next time. Bye.